Okay, hey, this is Chris Park from Ark and Games. Let's start this out simple. This is the GUI focus group. We're going to focus on one tiny area at a time. And I think that sometimes videos are the easiest way for me to show what is happening in case you're not firing up the game. So this is the main menu. Uh, as you'll notice, we've got a cool ship going on here in the background, and there's stuff that we could do with explosions or whatever going on back there. That's cosmetic. I don't care about any of that right now. We do have a thing where it shows the logo on the side of the ship and our company name on the side of the ship. I'm hoping that that's clear enough. If somebody feels like they're not going to know what game they're in or it just feels too strange, then let me know. I kind of like the fact that it's a little bit off the beaten path, but um, you know, let me know your thoughts on the logo situation, as it were. Everybody has always hated the main menus that we have and how they're kind of shoved off to the side, and there's a big bunch of nothing up in the middle. We've got a big ship in the middle this time. Um, I don't necessarily want to put a menu like centered, dead center in the way of everything, and I don't know. That just doesn't feel right to me. We've got ourselves some web designers in the audience here. So, is there something that you feel like we could particularly benefit from here? Having stuff along the bottom appeals to me because you read from top to bottom, you wind up seeing the logo inevitably. Because of all the different aspect ratios and screen resolutions that people can have, you can wind up with it being cut off around here, cut off around there. And the amount of brightness that you wind up with here can really vary as well, with the contrast anyway, with how dark the background is. Now, so in an ideal world, for me at least, my thought is it's kind of cool to have this stuff down here. By the way, this little development build text down here, you're going to see that on all the screens. That's there simply because when we're going to get symbols, line numbers back from Unity, that text has to be there. It's not put there by us, it's put there by Unity. It will sit on top of anything we put under it. So we're making an effort not to put anything in that space. We have the version number down here. That seems a little weird because it's not something that you see all that easily. Exit game, fine. Settings, that makes sense. Getting into that pretty easily. I think he's got, you probably want to start one or load one or join one. Okay. Tutorial, it's not really overly emphasized. I'm not going to click into any of these because that's not the point of this particular thread/video. I don't care what's on the inside of any of these buttons. We do have the release notes here that, it says, hey, we're going to go to an external browser. Okay, that makes sense. Is there something else that you think we should be showing here? And if so, how, where? What don't you like about this? Does this feel like a kind of janky first impression of the game? Obviously, the buttons are ugly. If you think that from a font size and spatial organization standpoint, it would be good to work on the sizing of these things. Maybe the start button needs to be this giant thing. We're like, yeah, this will be some funky triangle shape later, and then like load is some, designers, you guys are crazy sometimes. But anyway, if you think that we need to be discussing the size of these elements, that gets into attractiveness as well as readability, as any designer will, I'm sure, tell us. Then let's talk about that. If you want to talk about the font, let's talk about that. Attractiveness of the buttons, or does there need to be a plate behind there? If you have any, passing thoughts, yeah, we want a plate behind there because contrast can be too much, or something like that, that gets it a functional element, then by all means, please share. When in doubt, share. That's it for this video. I'm trying to keep these short. This went on too long. Thanks. Bye.